So we've got a bit of a problem here. I clicked the garage door opener and look at this. The garage only opens about an inch or two and then it stops. Then it closes. Here's what it looks like from the inside. So what is going on? Let's figure it out. So I got home from work last week and look at this. Garage door is not opening. It opens about an inch or two, stops, and doesn't go any higher than that. Good news, the cars are not trapped inside, but we'll talk about that. What if they are? Let's do some common sense stuff first of all. Let's look at the lights to make sure those beams are not obstructed. And we'll go ahead and, with the garage door up, also just check to make sure the lights are not blinking. I've got the safety cord here. Now, one trick, you can Google this if you need to or watch another YouTube video, but that safety cord should allow you to manually open up your garage door by hand, but it is not working actually. And I'm going to show you a little later how you can do that. But it's not pulling, it's definitely unlatched, meaning the chain is disengaged, and it's supposed to slide right up, but it's not. Now, let's take a look at the chain itself. Seems to be operating okay. The chain is in fact doing its job or moving its full cycle. Now, I'm no pro at all, that's for sure. I have no idea what the heck is going on. If you are a garage door specialist or you fixed these before, you probably have already seen what the problem is, or you suspect what the problem is. But look at that. That engages the door with the chain. The chain seems to be working fine, so what is it that's happening? Here's a closer look when I press the open and close door. Definitely something's up. So I am dealing with an Odyssey 1000 from overhead door. Let's take a look at the chain on top of the opener itself. So it starts and then stops. Again, that's with the chain engaged with the door. I am getting an error message on the actual opener, blinking red. So got to go to the instruction manual for that and figure out, okay, what do they recommend? Check the door springs, the track, blah, 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 all this stuff. Check your owner's manual for troubleshooting. We're going to turn off the power. That was one recommendation that it said as a possibility. So we're going to shut the breaker off because I am too lazy to get the ladder all the way up there and not unplug it. We'll turn it back on, see if that does anything. No, same problem. So let's take a look at the springs. Bet you can see the problem. Look at that right there. What do you think that is? Does that look normal on the left side? Yeah, we've got some detached springs. Some broke. The actual spring broke on the left. So I had to call in because I'm not messing around with the springs. I am not a trained professional at all. Look at the size of this 218 gauge steel. And it just snapped. It's about 7, almost 8 years old, and these things do have a life cycle, or a life expectancy, unfortunately. This is probably around 10,000 cycles. One cycle equals one opening and one closing. So almost 8 years, we're going to approximate the life of this spring. This is the left spring, and because the left one broke, the right one was installed at the same age, or the same time, we're going to go ahead and replace the right one as well. So the garage door professional says, look, I can sell you the same one, a 10,000 cycle one, for about $400. Or right now I can offer you for only $100 more a 20,000 cycle high cycle spring package with a 5-year warranty for $500 something. Well, I mean, come on. The guy's already there. I'm going to have to pay him $65 for a visit anyway. It does have a 5-year warranty. So what do you think? Good deal or not? Should I go the extra 20,000 cycle spring or only the 10,000 cycle spring? Well, I think the smart person pays $100 extra to make sure it has a 5-year warranty, and that's what I did. But let's do a little math and see which one works for you. 365 days a year. If you have about 4 cycles a day, that's about 1,460 cycles per year. So 5 years should last you 7,300 cycles. Again, one cycle is opening and closing the garage door. So you could, if you're happy with, a 5-year spring, you could get the $10,000 one for around $400 or so. Now let's say you're going in and out of your garage several times a day. So let's say 8 cycles a day, every day for a year. And let's say you do that for 6 years. Well, you've got 17.5K cycles. So in other words, buying the 20,000 cycle spring package, even though it's a little bit extra, might give you a little more peace of mind in terms of how long it will last you. Again, plus the 10,000 one only came with a year warranty, the 20,000 a 5-year warranty. So I think I made the right call. I'm going to ask you to leave a comment down below. Do you think I did or not? Did I get ripped off, forced to make a decision in only a minute or less? Did I really need that 20,000 cycle one? Here's the paperwork. I had to pay the guy $65 to come out, $90 an hour, plus the actual spring, which was about $350. Total cost $533 to get this bad boy fixed. Yeah, maybe I could have done it myself, but again, for safety reasons, I'm not messing around. You can get seriously injured by playing around with these. There's a lot of tension in these springs. But we went ahead and replaced the left and the right. It's working beautifully. I am testing it now. And here's the old one. I asked to keep it. It's pretty cool. I'd never seen a spring like that before. So it just snapped. Kind of went on the end there, and again, it just snapped from lots of use. I would say my family uses ours about 4 cycles a day on average. Some days more, some days less, but we're always using our garage. Now here's what it looks like, these heavy-duty clamps on the end. Let me give you a closer look. And he's messing around with these, tightening them up, torquing them up. And you don't want to basically go untorque. He was telling me some stories while he was over here, saying, yeah, I almost broke my hand a couple of times, and it takes this heavy wrench that I have, this big piece of, this big metal rod that he puts in these holes right there to tighten them, torque them down. And he said it threw it against the wall a couple of times he's seen. So I do not encourage anybody to fix this themselves. The springs are best left for a professional. You can Google or YouTube search other, I'm sure there's lots of other videos that show from professionals or people with more experience with this how to DIY fix this. But for me, it was not worth the hassle, the risk. It was better to pay somebody to do it and to do it right. So I do have peace of mind for at least 5 years. And I've got both of them replaced. Now, before I leave, I mentioned earlier how you could lift up the garage door. So basically it wouldn't lift earlier because the springs were not doing their job. But if you go ahead and have somebody press the garage door open button on the wall, and you, being physically able, grab the door and lift up, even with a broken spring, it should lift up. So again, have somebody press that, and you're going to be over here, and you're going to be lifting up right here with 2 hands. I have one because of the camera, of course. And you're going to grunt a little bit, and it should lift up. So if you got your car stuck in the garage, that's how you should open it, according to this guy. Hopefully this has helped you out. Thanks.